Alright, good evening, hello, and welcome to all of you guys. Blake here for the Little Regret channel. Hope that you are off to a good start with your evening if you've already gotten your points races started. If they're not off to a great start and you're still in for the final slot, I understand. It happens like that sometimes, and unfortunately I didn't get a chance to get the middle slot done, so now I find myself here. But we're going to go ahead and just switch over right away. Get ourselves plugged in and just have a good time. Nothing else to it but to do it, I suppose. And for those of you guys who may be viewing from Facebook or YouTube, if you guys can just help me out, I am fresh on a lot of those platforms. I have a YouTube following, but I don't live stream on there until not long ago. So if you could just help me out by just testing the chat if you're here. If you can, I'd appreciate it. Just make sure everything shows up on the monitor. If not, no worries. If you guys just want to lurk and chill and observe what's going on, all good with me too. I'm just going to try and get the track kind of learned and down to a science, improve my pace as best I can, and we'll go from there. We don't really have any expectations as to getting over 200, but now it's just kind of a goal. I think trying to do more than that is going to be a little bit much. Excuse me. My apologies. Anyway, let me go ahead. Get my gloves on, get ready to drive. So, do not have a lot of time to practice. I was watching streams. I do know the general flow and layout of the race and what to kind of expect, but I do not know exactly if that's going to work out for me. That was not what I wanted to do. And take it, that'll block most of the setup if needed. Cool, alright. I'm going to make some adjustments. And I don't think it's going to be like crucial, but I mean, I'm just going to do it for my own brevity. I haven't really made any adjustments yet, and I'll still talk through what I'm kind of thinking and doing, but I'm not going to show you everything. I'm definitely going to get the car to really respond more to turn in, and this week they are letting us make adjustments to the setup, or today they're letting us make adjustments to the setup. On the first round, they did not allow us to make those adjustments. That had a big effect. I don't want to go crazy though with this. So we're just going to try this for starters and see how it feels. I think that should be good. I didn't really see what all was actually visible there. If it was just suspension stuff, then it should have been nothing, theoretically. Okay, yeah, then we're fine. Okay, let me go ahead and hide that now. There we go. Alright, let's get into it. I'll talk a lot and try and talk through all the learning and stuff I need to do as a consequence of not really having practice time, but probably going to be a lot more quiet during the race itself. And in case you didn't get a chance to see it, or if my little Heidi screen was not super indicative, I'm in the Corvette, so we're driving for Chevrolet today. We got 199 on the last time around, so I think that if we can do 1 point better, that's an improvement. So that's why we're aiming for 200. I think the best I've ever done career points finish would be, I think, like 250 or 260. So we're not in bad form, but I just think we can do a little bit better too. The main thing to look out for is just going to be the character of the car, because this is a race where the pit cycle is very long and it is a tire race. So effectively, if you're on wheel, your goal is to not pit. If you're on controller, God help you. Okay, so the car can definitely rotate, and it feels like it has a bit more front end than it normally would. But the issue now is trying to make that usable. It seems like the rear end is really trying to fight on corner exit more, particularly in the low speed stuff. My goal is to really try and get the car to use all of the track and do it in a way where I'm picking up a lot of speed. That was slow. Not awful for a cider, but we need to pick up like at least 3 seconds. Okay, and that's legal. You can dip those wheels off to the right-hand side in the grass. That's almost a second right there, and we can still gain more, but judiciously speaking. I also do not think fuel is going to be any kind of a concern for this race. Oh, that corner sucks so bad. And then, yeah, I need to back off all of my reference points by just a couple of meters when I get to the actual race itself. Which means I should have very solid reference points for everything. So I think I can brake a little bit later for T1 this time. And last time around I was at the 300 meter board. Yeah, okay, that actually looks like a good visual reference point too. That was not the corner I was just talking about. But I feel like I can reference off of what just happened there. Play with it. We improved about a second. Okay, the big thing is not having a mid-corner snap. The braking point was better and the car was under control up to that point, but I had a snap in the middle and that cost me so much. Particularly on exit. But I think the braking point was fine. And here we're going to try a little after 300. Aggressive. And I also had a wheel over the edge, so we'll be slightly less aggressive there. I can't speak to whether the point will be further back or not. Yeah, just because of how challenging the traction conditions are, it's probably better to be on the inside for that corner, just in case you have to sacrifice your exit a little bit. Okay, so we made some clear gains in the final sector. Yeah, so it's getting a good amount of mid-corner rotation, such that, like, once you kind of make that transition to where you're fully off the brakes, the car actually feels like it almost wants to snap. So I either have to be more gentle with that transition with my left foot, or I can make some changes. But I think I'm probably going to try and just be more gentle for right now. Okay, if you don't have a wheel dipped over there, the braking point was fine. It was not the issue, in other words. Yeah, and the goal, honestly, is to get the car a little bit more, like, unafraid to rotate, unafraid to really wear the rear tires without necessarily putting them in jeopardy. I think this setup should be good for that, though. Yeah, I feel like I'm actually in a really good place right now. I feel like the brakes are where I need them. The car is where I need it. I can focus pretty well on this. My pace is still suffering massively, but I think that's... if we can lock in, the pace will follow. Okay, yeah, it seems like it's getting enough rotation where I could just honestly keep it in third there without too much issue. There's a lot of different ways to fix a small problem. There's only a few ways to fix a large problem. Which is sort of why it's important to have the large problems first, so you can get more immediate and direct feedback on what works where and how. Come on, stay with me now. So I'm obviously not in the meta car, but I think we can do something with it. Oh, I thought that was going to be a worse exit. But we might actually be able to get into the 45s on this lap. I can definitely make better habits of using the track more efficiently and using the car's traits to do so. That was terrible. I lost so much time in literally just one corner. So we could easily be in the 45s. Too much throttle too early. Easy solutions to dangerous problems. And the key is just to drive repeatably, to drive smart, drive carefully. Yeah, not too shabby. That was, however. Yeah, I just always need to be careful. If I'm on power in that corner, I might really want to consider third. Yeah, I think there's some damper changes I can make to make the car a little bit more to my liking, because right now it just feels like it's, excuse me, all spring and not much help. Okay, let me go ahead and make a couple changes. Okay. That I'm not gonna change. That's already where I need it. Yeah, that's all I can do with that, really. Yeah, okay, yeah, I need that lower. There we go. Yeah, that's fair. I'll take what I can get there. Because we're still slow, but I think that we can fix a lot of that with just small changes. Oh, but the race does start in 5 minutes, so I need to head over that way. So let me do that. Let me handle that part first. Well, I'm essentially going to have to retune the car. Basically redo everything I just did. But that's not really a huge deal. Also, you may have noticed I'm wearing that Initial D chic right now. And you know what? I can't fight it. I can't fight it. That looks some kind of foolish, even if I have a nice haircut. There were not other options. Yeah, I can't do anything yet with that. Not that, like I said, it's really not that important. It's not like I'm putting the tune of all tunes on here. I'm just doing what I do. Cool. I'm only gonna have time for like one lap anyway. Oh, right. That would be good to hotkey that. Okay. Not the car actually feeling more natural and controllable. I'm also aware I could be driving my car slightly better to suit the conditions of the race, so I'm just going to drive my thing, try and look after the tires as best I can, and then focus on that solely. Because there's not going to be a whole lot of passing available, so it's either you get them done early or you hold the line and play the smart game. Because trying to fight and defend is not going to get you the win. Making yourself wide is. Like, hopefully you have people who are smart enough to know what's up. Hopefully I have people who are smart enough to know what's up. And they won't, you know, like, try to, like, fight you every corner. Because if they do, they're not only slowing you down, they're slowing themselves down. But if they truly believe they're faster than you, then I think it's, you know, at that stage, it's worth it. If you truly believe you're faster. Yep. Got up on the curb there. Yeah, the car feels way more pliable now. Yeah, if I go that shallow, then it's gonna mess up the rest of the corner. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate, as a matter of fact. But that's the way that the cookie crumbles from time to time. As it were. Okay, we know a few people in here. We've run with 2112, Peepo. I think we've run with Slow Roller before. 250 for sure. I think as early as like this previous weekend, I think we ran against 250. I have to imagine this is probably not top. This is either second or drop. 230 for first. So we effectively will need a top 4 finish if we want to improve on last round's finish. We'll want a top 5 ideally. But max is going to be 230. Just want to make sure it was all good. Okay, well, you gotta qualify it and then we gotta race it. It's that simple. And fuel is, of course, only gonna be 1x for the actual race. So there's a few people who have like 300 some odd points. I would say that in general I'm probably a bit further down this lobby than I ought to be, but I think that we can still get a good result. Alright, let's get after it then. Lock it in. Okay, pretty early start. That gets us out of the pit in 4th or 5th, I think. 5th. Because they're inside of each other, we're inside of someone. Love it. I got that penalty. Needlessly. Okay, well that's us done. Let's create a little bit more space and get after it. Because we are only going to have 2 laps to do it, I think. So far the wear is looking like it might actually... Oh god, they're queuing up. Little mid-corner snap there, not helping anybody, but we did get the car right where it needed to be in terms of the line. No lift was necessary. Yep, I think we're going to be in a quite nice way for this actual race. We'll see. Alright, one more. Let's try and make it count. That was not a good time. Ah, shit. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh well. Still a chance could be faster, but that chance is kind of low now. And really wait and balance it there. Yeah, if you're starting to roll into the throttle too much there, you're just gonna... The car is gonna get basically driveline shock as soon as the clutch re-engages. I think it was a slight improvement, but that's really all I can say. And damn it all, that's only good enough for P11. So, what can you do? Stay out of trouble, I guess. That's really about it. That is my only option. So that is suboptimal, but we can still get around this. I think we said that we wanted top 5 to get a decent finish, given the points on offer. Though something tells me that this is just not going to be our track point blank period. So yeah, our goals are just to be careful and smart. That is it. Yeah, because I had a 46.0 and top time was a 44.2. So yeah, missed the mark there by quite a bit. like I said, we could have gotten a 45, and if I hadn't messed up that first turn, that would have probably been fairly possible. There weren't any other huge mistakes, but I did have a couple oopsies. So you gotta really watch out for those. Watch out. All right. Yeah, we're gonna have our work cut out for us here, but honestly, anything can happen in these things, so we're not in top split, so it's not like it's going to be anomalistically clean. We can see some stuff happen, and so we just need to be ready for it to happen, and also force some stuff. We can fill people's mirrors, we can start to make some pressure passes, but the key thing is just being there to capitalize on mistakes. These are not going to be in a great place to really be doing a lot of fighting. Though we'll have plenty of fuel to burn. Yeah, I am quite disappointed about the 11th, but that's just, you know, small mistakes add up. Besides, if we look at like P4, P5, they're in like the low 45s. So they're not like exceptionally faster than me, just it's going to be hard to keep up if they can hold that pace. Some of them will be able to do that easily, some of them won't. Well, the goal's the same as before. The only Chevrolet in this race. Okay, so we're the number 5 seed in this race. We qualified 11th. So we're gonna have some ground to make up. We have our brake balance set to +3. We're going to just keep an eye on the tire wear and go from there. Okay, just stay nice and relaxed for now. I got very lucky to survive that because I did go a little bit deeper on the brakes than I should have on the first lap. I also kind of made a way for Peepo just by like helping him freight train that other car. So that's good. But I mean, you know, you gotta take him when you can. Because if he realized that I had that straight line on him right away, that would have made things more difficult for us to try and get done later. I'm trying to just be more careful than anything right now. want to get a little closer. Yeah, this car eats in the draft. Free position though, at least, off of that chaos. We don't need to burn up our tires trying to keep up with these guys. We just need to stay with this back for right now. That's 3 positions from the race start, though. That's good. That is very good. Just having a good plan of attack for the race is honestly the way. It was honestly the way. Tire is pretty even right now. Looking pretty rock solid. We've just been making up positions on chaos, really. Like, I haven't been going for any ludicrous passes. They've mainly just been coming to me. I got unsighted there. I can't really think of that. Just gotta keep going. Just let it go. Keep digging. Yeah, it seems like that GTR is holding up the rest of the pack. Yeah. We can still get 5th, honestly. But we have to stay with it. There you go, Peepo. Keep on climbing. I'm a little bit upset about the damage, but I can't really do anything about it right now. Just kind of a consequence of hard racing. Yeah, the amount of control I had did get quite a bit worse there as I snuck up on him. Peepo's got a run on me. If I were him, I would, but I don't know. Yeah, we're staying right with this pack, though. Yep, and they're gonna get drug. This is gonna get ugly. I don't know. I thought I was in second there. I don't know why I clicked towards the fourth. I should have known my R's were that low. I felt it coming too. That's the other thing. If all things stay equal here, they're gonna fight each other anyway, so should stick. Or they're gonna fight each other before the last lap, I should say. Yeah, I think this Nissan's clearly the weakest in the group, so we just gotta find a way to get around him when we can. Doing good defensive driving, but clearly the weakest in the group. And the Supra has to keep checking up on account of it. Easy there. Yep, there he goes. Oh no, there he doesn't go. Trying to hang on as best I can right now. I don't know if they're doing much better or worse in terms of tire wear. But I think we're doing all right. If we can get this P5, I'll still be quite happy with the finish, because that's still 2 strong finishes, relatively speaking. And they got a penalty. So I'm just going to stay patient, use him for slipstream right now. Oh, that was not good. So I may start watching my 6 in a bit here. All over the show, yep. And they both have 0.5s now. I think that'll get me up to 7th, not 6th, but it'll get me closer to both. Oh, they all have penalties, all 3 of them. That could have been chaotic. Well, if I can keep making headway, that'll be P5. But we're almost 2/3 of the way through the race now. We gotta really start just paying attention to tires. Okay, we almost got track limits there, and now the car behind is gaining, and the car ahead did get track limits. And we are in slip range. Yeah, I don't think it's going to get me there. Eyebrows raise. Yeah, it looks like that RX-7 might finally, or RX Vision might finally be checking out. Just let it happen. Yeah, all we need is this BMW to get involved in this fight. I think that we can get up some tricks. Yeah, I need something to happen between all of them. Ooh, that was not good. Okay, it looks like we dropped them out of slipstream range largely, but we gotta keep them there. Yeah, I'm worried about that left rear, though. I don't know. I don't know if that left rear is going to make it. It's all in your head, I guess. This car still feels fine. Yep, and it just bottomed. There's no more rear tire left. I think we can hold it here at least. Worst comes to worst. Okay, the rear tire being gone is actually not anywhere near as bad. Alright, let's just try and hold on to P7. Yeah, the car will still turn. It's just that if you try and turn it too fast, it's going to throw itself off the track. Yeah, it looks like they caught some people. Yeah, this was really when your qualifying time was super important. So yeah, that was a good race. Definitely a good race on merit. I am not thrilled with it. I wish that I had been able to make more of it. But realistically, like, I don't think there's any way that I was going to not do... You know, like... There was no way I was really going to make it any further than 5th. No chance at all. Unless I qualified better. Yeah, I feel kind of bad because I'm trying to remember exactly what happened with that whole thing earlier. Because someone pulled off, like, yeah, because the McLaren that DNF'd. They kind of like had a weird run. They pulled off, and then they were also slow because I guess they didn't have confidence in going anywhere, which, fair enough. I'm not really here to dispute that. But what ultimately happened as a result is then now you kind of have like a traffic jam, and then I got unsighted too because I was trying to figure out what the frick was going on, and that's on me. I can't act like it's anything else. I basically caused a 3-car pileup. Yeah, because Kelly finished 11th after all of that. And that puts me on 372 now, I believe. Okay, I didn't realize I earned 173. I thought it was going to be a little bit worse than that. But it was P7, and I was saying that 5th was 192. So 173 is really not a bad finish at all. We can kind of average that 200 points around. Great. If not, no worries. That was a good race, though. That was, in fact, a good race. So I'm not thrilled, but I'm happy. I think that's fair to say. Provisional reward, okay. Oh, they reward based on where you're at in your points, in your league, okay. I shouldn't be showing off all that information, but whatever. Still, a lot of money to be had. And I'm certainly not going to be doing Mount Panorama this weekend, which I'm not thrilled about. I feel like that would be a fun track for me to do, but whatever. I'm going to try and be here for the final round next Wednesday at Track and Trail. Hopefully that'll be a fun one. I think it will be a fun one. It's just a matter of whether I can manage it or not. This is round 2. Yeah, this is round 2. So, are all the rounds going to be valid? I'd imagine they are at this stage. If it's counting that one, it's either the best 3 of 4 or it's best 4 of 4. Because if it was anything less than that, then it would have already said it was only counting 1 round up to this point. Anyway, that was fun. That was cool. There's probably 2 more things that I want to do since we've only been streaming for about an hour. The first of which is going to be redoing the livery on this car. So I'm going to do it in silver. And then I'm going to change the stripe pattern as well, because obviously that's going to be a contrast item. I'm not sure if I'm going to go white or black on it. It's going to be probably one of those 2. Probably black. I'm also probably going to do like a black mask on the tail lights of the car. And just go from there, really. And then outside of that, I want to do this time trial. Just so I can get gold. I think I'm literally like 5 and change percent. Or, I'm sorry, not 5. 3 and change, yeah. So I'm 3.11%. off the world record. And if I get 3.0, then I'll get my money. So I need to basically pick up slightly under 2/10, which is a very small amount. But also, I let myself get out of practice, so that's fun. The other good news is I'll get paid handsomely for that one. But let me go ahead and head on over to the paint booth. At any rate, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Well, I probably need to do it, but it's not what I wanted to do. Yep, I need to do wash and oil change. Engine condition still excellent. Body rigidity is still good. But anytime I see that the oil is not excellent, I will just wash the car, run the oil. Anyways, yeah, here we go. Now I can adjust the livery. Ah, shoot. That actually looks really interesting in itself. I wouldn't do it, but it looks really interesting. Are these really all the paints I have? I will say the blue, the lightning blue mica, that's striking. That looks really freaking good. I would have thought it would have caused more color clashes, but that actually looks really good. I like it a lot. I'm not going to do it, but... Oh yeah, we'll go color picker. Yeah, and it needs to be a metallic. That's close. That's close to what I'm looking for. Let me try V70. Yeah, I think that's it. Yep. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. I think that's really convincing. Though that's not full black, I'm now seeing. Oh, and that's the lower trim areas. Yeah, I'll leave those as they are. Some tire stickers on as well. Change my mind. I do like the yellow lights. I think I'm going to go back to white on there. Yeah, that's fair. And then I guess as far as the decals, all I really want to do is just change the colors on a lot of stuff, like the patterns. So I kind of wanted to do full black, but now I'm starting to see that that could introduce some issues. Mainly with the lettering, especially if you like do the stripes the same color as well. I'm gonna say higher contrast on it, maybe. Just so it pops more, but it's not like obnoxious. I do kind of like the ghost stripes though. They look clean. They look good. It's inconsistent, but I can't lie that I do kind of like it. There we go. Okay, so I need to change the hood stripe on there because that's still inconsistent with the rest of the car now. Black mask on the back. And that's really about it. Everything else I'm actually quite happy with. And the hint is that I'm trying to make it look more like my real race car, but that don't mean much. Sorry, I got distracted. I was looking at something on my phone. Okay, there we go. Now that's consistent, and all I need to do is just put the black mask on. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go with a basic geometric shape. So the real question now is, like, how do I want to manipulate it? Let's make the angle limits really... Yep, there we go. That actually looks about perfect. And it's going to give that uniform appearance of... And yeah, this is going to be a proper black mask. Like that. Yes. Yes! I kind of wanted to do it just between the taillights, but actually I think that looks better, and it's like iconic too. So I'm going to stick with it. Then we're just going to go ahead and move this down the order. Okay. Yep, so we still have the stripes going down the black mask. It's really hard to see those stickers now. So I might change those for the white font. So I think the one I'm looking for is Technologies 4. If we want it to be the exact same one. There you go. That actually looks really stinking good. There's a bit of bleed on the TSRT logo, but that's something I'm willing to forgive because it's just... I don't know. It looks menacing in a way that's like really, really put together. So I'm here for it. I'm all here for it, as a matter of fact. And like if you look at it from the front, you can't even see it at all. Like, even if you're kind of on top of the car. But you come around to the back, angle limit works perfectly. Though it does look, it looks like it looks like it is hitting the lip, but that's not really a big deal. Anyhow. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that, so I'm going to leave that alone as it is. I think the black mask in particular looks really nice. Because everything else is just like a color change, you know? Like I just changed the base colors to silver and gray as opposed to white and like a lighter gray. So it's a very small, subtle change, but I think it's meaningful in itself. I'll take what I can get. Oof, look at that. Sorry, I can't help myself. Because I think all the base colors for everything still work really well. But damn if that don't look good. I wish I could have had a better result to go with it, but honestly, 170 ain't bad, so... We were, in fact, in the pocket. Okay. I'll edit the other one at some stage, but so far I like what I have currently. And I think I'm just going to try and get this time trial done, really. And then weeklies are going to reset at midnight tonight. No, more stuff to do to make money. Because really, like, the unfortunate part is I beat this game a long time ago. I really did. And I did, I promise. But no, I beat this game a long time ago, and I'm still, like, stuck for money in terms of trying to buy all the cars that I want. Well, I wouldn't... Well, let me back up. Not all the cars I want, but especially, like, some of the extra menu stuff, different group cars that'd be useful to have, so you have variety in case you want it, so on and so forth. And it's just... Especially when you're buying, like, legend cars that are group cars... That's where it starts to really become difficult. You need to really farm these TTs and do whatever you can to make that money. Because $2 million for a hot lap is it's a pretty penny. Plain and simple. But yeah, that was a good race though. I will go ahead and acknowledge that that was in fact a good race, and I enjoyed it. I wanted a bit more, but I think that that can be said of like 80 to 90% of the points races I do. I always want more. You know, it's typical. The race itself was good. I never dropped the car, as it were, in comedic fashion, but I did find myself in a lot of hairy situations by way of controlling the car. If I had been a touch more controlled, I would have had more tire for longer and been probably able to actualize some stuff. But it's a bunch of what ifs. Let me get the stuff off my lap. Yep, I did only have one glove on. You're right. Okay, that was actually a pretty fast run through there compared to what I've been usually doing. Kept a couple more mile an hour in hand. And like I said, I only need 2/10 to get gold, and that's all I'm looking for. I'm not trying to set the world on fire here or anything. That was not a good start to that, though. Not super optimal there, but we'll take what we can get. Certainly not slow. Feels like there's so much hurry up and wait with this car, though, without having a lot of physical weight. Okay, yeah, that's fair. I definitely kept my foot in it, knowing that was a possibility. Alright, looks like at least this lap is legal, so let's try and capitalize on it. Much better exit out of La Source there. We have a nice fast run down a Rouge and ready on. Again, nice quick run through there. Involves sliding car a touch. Then using that incredibly soft suspension to just get to squat, shape up. I gave the car a little bit too much levity there. Gave it a big little bit of oppo and decided to run with it. Let me try and do this again. Seems like I'll have the first sector down to a T before this is all over. The key is the rest of them. But the car is pretty tame in terms of wheel spin, so that's good. Yeah, I don't even... I think I wasn't thinking. That's what happened there. I think I was not thinking. Okay. Try and get a bit more of a measured run through all this. The one nice thing, though, is that even though the car is very receptive to weight transfer, it's got a lot of weight to throw around, it's not powerful enough to really get itself into too much trouble. I had to slow down a lot there just because I couldn't get any scrub from the fronts there. Or any scrub from the rears, really. But that'll be fine. I set that 242.8 with a line similar to that through ready on. Okay, and you touch any of those bollards, and that's an instant DQ. That was actually a really good run through Lacum, though, because that was, I was able to position the car perfectly while still having a good amount of speed. And usually I'm thinking about the speed more than the positioning. But there, it kind of had both. It's funny, because positioning is so much more important than speed in GT. There we go. That was a good run. Okay, that was good. Let's just keep it together through Kuon. There we go. Yep, car tried to go on me. Okay, that was slow through there, but it was still legal. That's all that matters. Yep, and that is enough to clear, and that is all I care about. I needed 2/10, I got 4. That's all that needs to be said. Unless they improve again, in which case I'll just come back and do it again. But we'll wait and see. I'm not going to try and make it foolproof right now. I don't think that that's really reasonable. But yeah, anyway, with that said, there's not really a whole lot left that I'm trying to get done here. So it's been a good stream. I've really appreciated it. Thank you guys for showing up, showing out, and being yourselves. I'm going to go ahead and shut things down here. And then for the rest of you guys, take care, race fair, and have a great rest of your week. I'll see you next Wednesday, if not before.